Are playoffs a possibility? Welcome back to Where Addicks Walk with myself, Luke, and alongside me today we've got Steve, Dave, Timsy, Platty, and Alan. We have got a full house. So, Timsy, I mean, cracking goals in the game, which we will discuss at some point later on in the show. But the run you guys are on, what are you thinking? Are playoffs coming into your mind?
Well, I mean, it's a question. Can it? Could it? Maybe, possibly. Who not? I mean, we're only 7 games in, but it's yeah, you have to be positive. You got to dream. That's what football's about. So yeah, being up there at this stage where everyone's written us off, and we've been here before. We were second, I think, when we was last in the championship at this stage of the season. So we know how badly it can go still from that stage. But I think we're in a completely different place now as a club. We haven't got a COVID season, and we've got actual solid owners at the moment. So, and we're not under their embargo. So, yeah, it could
definitely. Platty, what do you think, mate? Playoffs?
I'm going to be the downer here. I don't think so. I think we'll be top half. The way we're going, there's a lot to come out. Obviously, as Timsy said, it's only 7 games in, but I honestly don't think we will be in the playoffs by the end of the year. If they start extending it, and we might talk about that later, then that might be a different kettle of fish. But if we're top, I think we're top half, just below playoffs. I think that's probably our ceiling for this year. Um, Purely because I do think there's some sides down there, and teams like Sheffield United. There's some sides that just haven't got going yet, and they will get going. And the likes of Middlesbrough will stumble, I'm sure. But I think it's just a bit too much for us, and I can be a bit pessimistic. But on the other hand, I can also be a very half cup full, but I don't think we will, sadly. But I think we're going to be a competitive season, and that's really what I've been looking forward to. And if we have games like we've had in the first 7, if we put performances like we have in certainly 6.5 of the 7, I'm going to be happy as the season to get older. And the odd away game, I'm going to be really pleased with that. But I think it might be just a touch too far. But prove me wrong, Alex.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely. But even to be dreaming, thinking of it is what a position to be in. Steve, please tell me that you think playoffs and you're going to do it.
I don't know why we're being so negative. Why not top 2? Let's dream big. No, but I mean, my heart says playoffs absolutely, but my head says we're 7 games in. It's a big ask to come up from the playoffs last season from League One to the Championship and then do it a double promotion. It would be amazing if we could. What a story that would be. But yeah, I think I'm agreeing with Platty here. It's just let's keep a level head on it. A top half finish would be absolutely superb and something really to build on. And then if there is changes with the playoff system, then that maybe opens doors for us later down the line.
Yeah. Well, let's get on to that. Like you said, you a few of you have mentioned top half finishes, which could, if you're looking at the top 8, which they're looking to maybe possibly extend the playoffs to, then that's got to be the aim. And do you think for clubs in that sort of that gap just below the playoffs, do you think that gives clubs like Charlton a chance, Dave? Do you think that's going to be important?
Definitely, especially the way Nathan Jones sets up our team, because obviously we've proved that in a playoff situation we're able to be strong at the back, create that killer opportunity and take the result. So that's exactly how we've played in this first part of the season for us. Defensively, we are solid, absolutely solid. And yesterday, Bree was outstanding. It was a bit of a breeze, if I'm honest, against Blackburn, who are a very established championship team. And I don't think we, okay, let's not get carried away, but let's actually realise that Charlton are a serious team to contend with. And yeah, why not? Why can we not punch above our weight when it comes to those opportunities? And extending the playoffs gives us a very good opportunity.
What do you think, Alan? Do you think extending the playoffs is a good thing for the league?
No.
No.
Sorry. No, definitely not.
Why do you think not, mate?
Well, you've got to just look at the Sheffield United last year. They finished same goal difference, same points as Leeds or Burnley, wasn't it? And Sunderland were like 15 points behind or something stupid like that, and they got promoted. I think as it is, leave it as it is. You could, like to say, potentially like Charlton, Watford, someone like that, finishing 8th, and some teams got 25, nearly 30 points more ahead of you, and you get to Wembley and nick it. So for me, no, just leave it as it is. It's special as it is, the playoffs. We've been so well with it. I just don't like to change it. Just keep it as it is.
That shows your integrity for the league, mate. I like that. I thought that wasn't the answer I was expecting. I thought, like I said, for teams that are just sort of, let's say, between the 12th to the 6th mark at the moment, who normally finish, it gives them an opportunity to get in. But like you say, the integrity of the league, if you get someone who finishes 3rd, who's 30 points clear compared to 8th, and the 8th team get through, it's obviously a bit of a sticky one. So yeah, break that answer. Right, let's touch on the game, because the goals, Timsy, there were some absolute crackers.
Wow, I mean the Sonny Carey goal, I think by the moment it left his foot and hit the back of the net, the keeper was still in midair just jumping. It was so powerful. It was just unreal. I celebrated that one a bit hard. But I mean, the first goal, Gillespie coming on, I think majority of the fans didn't know what to expect with him coming on, with him not having many minutes, not really having any game time since the playoff final, and then what an impact he had instantly as soon as he come on the field. He just stood his ground, made decent tackles, and then to get a goal just calmed everything. Yeah, brilliant. Just a brilliant all-round performance, really.
Definitely. Platty, what was your favourite out of the 3?
I've got to say Macca's, actually. I think Tim's right. I think Carey's was a stunning goal cracker. But Macaulay coming on, and he was only on the pitch, 6 or 7 minutes, and he rose like I don't know, I can't use an analogy, but what a header that was, right across the face, and absolutely superb. But Carey's was well taken, but so was Breeze. He that first time. Great people. So all 3 quality goals, yeah, love them to be honest. And just want to say, I just think when the subs come on, they really make a difference. I'm sure you're going to talk about that later, but they really make a difference. But it also shows that even with Edwards getting up injured, we've got depth now and players to bring in who can fit into the structure who wants to play. And Bell just stepped straight into Edwards' slot straight away. And you could basically mark where Edwards was before, up and down that left-hand line. Bell was in exactly the same spot. It's a system, and he's got the players working to that system.
Yeah, definitely. Steve, what about Breezy's delivery? I think that was what a ball into the box.
He's looked superb since he's come in. His deliveries have been second to none. You wouldn't for a guy who's just literally walked into the club a few weeks ago. He's making himself one almost the first name on the team sheet. But yeah, coming into the season, you said Ramsey would have been a shoo-in for a position, but I can't see how he can have his place back with Bree playing like he is. He's assisting, he's scoring now as well. He's doing everything to do a job. And the fact we've only got him until January, I mean, most people were thinking we're keeping him until January, and then maybe this Japanese guy that was mentioned pre-season that we're going to be looking to take in the January transfer window. I don't think we need him. It's if we can keep Bree for the rest of the season, I'd be more than happy if he carries on like this.
Yeah, definitely. I think his delivery was beautiful. I think the defence is something that's going to be important going forward, though. I think back-to-back clean sheets now, Alan. I think that's important in the Championship.
Yeah, the defence is rock solid as per normal, really, under Jonesy. But I just want to comment on most 3 in front of him. Doherty, Carey, and Connor Coventry is absolutely superb yesterday. So Coventry, we were talking about last week we said about Edwards. Coventry goes under the radar a lot. It'd be interesting, not into it, and pray to God that we don't get injured with him, but if he got injured, how we react, because we haven't really got anyone type of that player to replace him. But he was superb yesterday.
Yeah, he was. The whole team were really, weren't they? Right, let's get into the upcoming fixtures. Double game week. So we have got Derby away and Preston away. What are we expecting, Dave, from them games? Are you open for two more wins? So 6 points from them 2 games.
Well, actually, I remember going to Derby a couple of seasons ago when Jones first joined us, and that was our first away win. It was our first win in about 20 games. And his celebration is something that we've seen and got used to after that. So I think, going to somewhere like Derby, they're struggling for form at the moment. They're a strong, solid team. They've always been very competitive. But I just think we've just got a little bit more about us, And, going to these teams now, I think, Thierry Small must be looking back now as well at Preston thinking, why did I go for the money? Because, seriously, I think we're in a really good position. And the team is really well set up to perform away from home as well.
Yeah, which is important. We've obviously two away games coming up. What would you be happy, Steve, coming from the 2 games? What points? What are we talking?
I'd be happy with 4. Like a win and a draw would be superb. I think Derby's winnable, and I'd take a draw at Preston. Preston's can be a very tricky place to go. They're having a good. I think they're 6th at the minute, so just above us in the playoffs. They're a tricky customer. We played them last year in the cup, and they did a number on us in that game. So I'd take any victory over Derby that we can get, and then a score draw maybe at Preston. Sorry.
Yeah, I think that's that'll be. 4 points from 2 games, especially 2 away games, is good thing. So now we're going to move on to a new segment of the show. So it's called the A to Z. So we're going to go through each week and we're going to choose a different letter. So obviously starting with the letter A, which is going to be this week. And we're going to throw it to you guys. I'm going to take 2 suggestions, and it's going to be anything related to Charlton. So anything Addicks related. It could be a player, it could be a manager, anything related to the club that makes you think, when I say the letter A, who it makes you think of or what it makes you think of. So we're going to start with you, Timsy, today, mate. What is your letter A for the Addicks?
I think for my generation, I think it's got to be Alan Kirbishley. I'd be silly to go for anything else, really. Took us to our dizzy heights. Took us to a 7th place finish. So we've got a stand named after him. He does probably the best adverts on TV now. He's just a class bloke, and we absolutely love him at the club. And it is a myth that we wanted him gone.
Okay, not true.
Not true at all.
Yeah, great guy, great time, and obviously Charlton were flying under him. What about you, Platty? I'm going to throw it to you. What is your letter
It's got to be
A?
A for Addicks, isn't it? It's got to be A for Addicks.
Yeah, here we go.
Charlton or the Addicks, whichever way you look at it. Historically, from some bizarre story about a fish and chip shop or whatever, but the Addicks, simple as. It's interesting though, guys, isn't it, with nicknames, because we've had the Valiants. My mate always remembers that we're the Robins, and historically the Badgers have got the Robins. Then you got the Valiants with the sword, of course, but I think a lot of people still know us as the Addicks, so it's got to be A for Addicks.
Yeah, definitely love it. Right, let's get on to a tweet of the week. So the tweet of the week I have come across is actually from a player. So it's from Doherty himself. You might have seen it. Charlton actually reposted it themselves as well. And it was Saturday afternoons at the Valley are special. An absolute joy to be a part of this group. Thank you again for the amazing support. And I think it just shows that not only are the players performing, but the connection between the fans and the players is very, very good and very, very high at the moment. That's important, Alan, isn't it, to have such a good connection between fans and players?
It is, yeah. Last couple of seasons before Jonesy come in, it was very toxic to the point of it was just awful game. You want to go and you want us to do well, but it was just awful. But now the players know, and they realise it as well. And it was the coin toss against Millwall when they flipped it, and we went the other way. If we're shooting second half towards the covered end where I sit, we almost like everyone, we suck that balls into towards the net. And it is massive. It gives them an extra 10%, 20%. It doesn't, I don't know, but it just seems that they just get a rise out of it, and we're just so much better in the second halves, and it's going to be vital for this season.
Yeah, I think the atmosphere, the fans, it very is important. I love that. Every team, every club you talk to, fans you talk to, there's always a stand, isn't there? That's the stand that is important, and the atmosphere comes from. What do you think, Steve? Is it important to have that connection? I mean, Doherty's showing the appreciation of the fans there, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, there's a number of connections that I think have been important this year. It's one between the players and the fans, which, as Alan was rightly saying, we've had a few seasons back. It would be very toxic if, like, 15 minutes in, it was 0-0 or we were losing, and a player would put a stray pass in. It would just turn very quickly. But now, for 90 minutes or 90 plus minutes, it's fully behind the team, really getting on. Supporting all the players on the pitch and making sure that everyone's got the full backing, and it seems like the players also are supporting each other as well, which I think is equally as important. They all seem to be a unit and actually performing as a team rather than just a bunch of individuals, which I think has been the case in past years. So there is a very, very healthy atmosphere from all sides of the valley at the minute.
Love it. Long may it continue. Thank you very much, guys. Great chat as always. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Please comment below your letter A for the team. We'll see you. I'll go through the comments and have a look what you guys put. Yeah, thank you. Please like and subscribe.